Today's a challenging day. Got the kids, they're chilling, and I'm trying to double as a fake ass mechanic today. We're here at DOD, Do It Yourself or Die, the tech shop. What they do is they rent you space to work on your vehicle. I could do everything in my driveway, but I'm just sick and tired and too old to be working on the ground.
Grow up, grow up, oh grow up, grow up!
I really am working on getting a lift at the house, but until I do get a lift at the house, they provide you with shop space and lifts and tools and everything like that. We're doing bearings on the connecting rod on the Mustang. So we'll just set this up, time lapse it so you can see what's going on. We'll explain some of the other stuff later on down the line, but knocking it out. All right, we're gonna brace the transmission and drop down the K-member. And once we drop down the K-member, hopefully everything should be super straightforward. From there, we're talking about, we already got the oil drained, so we're gonna take the oil pan off. After we take the oil pan off, then we're just gonna take the caps of the rod ends off and then put the bearings on them. Now, so the reason we're doing this, so Coyotes have a knock, right? Well, my boy looked it all up. They call them barbecue and typewriter. And it sounds like rod knock or piston slap or something strange like that, right? Some people have researched it and changed the connecting rod bearings, which ends most of that. And the motor's fine. You just saw us beat the shit out of it. So he actually hasn't driven it since we drifted there at Thunder Hill. Which gives us an opportunity to look inside the motor. This is the first time we've ever done any connection rod stuff. And it should be fairly interesting. So doing that just gives us a chance to explore the Coyote a little bit more. This is a good experience. It's a good opportunity for us to be able to utilize a common workspace like this. And that is hopefully the last time that we'll have to do something like this. Other than that, we could do that with the RX-8 because the RX-8 definitely needs to get the transmission and clutch done. I told you I got to borrow my time between shop time and kid time, so it's kid time now. So let me get to that. This weirdo guy acting like he's asleep. Lolo, say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, kid time. So on today's episode of I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Yo, what the fuck are we doing, yo?
Hey.
What kind of shit are we doing in here,
Lockheed
man?
Martin Skunkworks activity.
I don't fucking know. But whatever, we're doing it. Mustang things today. See where Jay's at in this process. Really hoping he's moving along here. Hey yo, what is going on? Yo.
What's going on? I'll try to pull the oil pan off.
It won't come off?
It's off, but it's not off. So I think the pickup tube's hold that out.
Oh, that whole time nothing happened. No. Okay, let's see. Jesus, I thought we were gone. Oh God, I thought we were close to done. All right, so we have cap exposure now. You got access to those and just see what the process is like, I guess. Hold on. We're both gonna have to turn the wheels because the diff is gonna move it. You never know, my dude. No.
That ain't good at all.
Nope.
If there's a nap in your mind,
Well, ask him first, see if he's got something. Lord, we're in over our head, but we are going for it. This is gonna need to be cleaned off. RTV. I don't think factory would use RTV. It's just in those front corners. See that right there? Interesting. So somebody's been in here before. Okay, so here's what the whole deal is. The whole thing is these, and you could already see it. This is our noise. Oh, blood. We're only gonna have to change those two, I think. You thought? This is the bad boy. See how much that moves? These two right here are our bad boys. We didn't get to the point where it was like amazing rod knocks. It just has a factory tick that a lot of Coyotes make, but he don't like that because the car's hella clean when you're rolling on the street, sitting at idle, and this thing is sitting here making the little tick. That's a huge no-no. Now, what happens when you get rod knock that a lot of people don't get to see? These are your rods, connecting rods, right? There's a little small bearing inside of them. When they get loose, it'll start slapping everywhere. That starts to get super vibration. Just imagine spinning that at 7,000 RPMs. It gets to the point where these break, and then your rod windows your block. It'll blow the hole in the side of the block and all of this shit here. So people have said they have not seen Coyotes fail frequently. Now, I'm sure we can go search the internet. Anything you want to find on the internet, you will find on the internet. But we don't want the sound. And that sound, as minimal of that movement as it is, hear that noise? That bad boy will get some harmonics going on, and it'll potentially have a bad day. But we're preventing all of that. A lot of people say that the cranks do get a little smoothed from that. But we just bought the car to do what we're going to do with, what we were doing with. And this is going to allow us to do that for much longer. Back to the kids we go. Woo, this is tough, y'all. I wouldn't even be able to imagine being a single parent trying to do shit. Mad respect for anybody that's single parents doing single parent shit, still trying to be active, still trying to have a life, still trying to get out of the house. This is damn interesting. Plus, this place isn't kid friendly or anything, so I can't like bring them inside, and it's also really hard to pay attention to kids while trying to do precise work like this. But really, really cool place to work on your cars. Looks like guys come do track day prep and get their cars together. Dude next to us is doing a big brake kit on his Audi. This guy looks to be doing some exhaust work. The C55 AMG, pretty sick. So we're hopefully, God, I hope we're making some headway on this. How we looking?
Weird.
What do you mean?
Very weird. So, journal doesn't look that bad, right? The fuck is that on the back? It's rotational though.
Yeah, that's rotational back and forth because
it looks like that is what it looks like. Because it was solidly in the key in place.
I know.
That's what's weird. It was solidly, both of them are solidly in. So that's like scored the shit. Like if I found it like this, that would make sense. But to find it sitting perfectly, so I need to get this dry.
Wow. As you can tell, we do a little bit of work on cars, but we really don't like to. We try not to because we don't have a lot of time to do it. We don't know what we're doing. We're just doing shit. It's interesting to see that the bearing, I mean, you could see the scoring on the backside, but I wonder if putting the new bearings in, that's gonna stop. So I'm not sure. And I mean, we've got all of these new ones. The task is actually going to be removing the caps, doing the top and the bottom, shifting it back over. Yeah, see, you could just remove the cap like that. We've already got it off. Remove the bearing from the inside, put it back together. This is the only option of doing it inside of the car without removing the whole motor and doing it, flipping it over and doing it and whatnot. Guys are saying they're remedying their problems by doing this. And like I said, it's not ultimately a performance problem until it gets worse, or if you really beat the shit out of it, but it's a noise that you don't want a very smooth, clean running car to make. So let's get back into it. You're just putting it in there. Finger that thing. Alright, so the reason why this Mustang was of interest to him is because we've got, of course, the suspension, but shock and spring combo. These control arms right here, and adjustable panhard, which is probably going to get removed because, from what we're told, is the Watts link is the jam. This is all adjustable and whatnot. We could turn this into a true coilover, but that looks really close right around there. Everything else is very, very, very solid. We good? All right. Conrod going back on.
Let's see. Without pulling this shit out.
All right, so the Conrod's on. Since we never done this before, we don't know how much assembly lube is supposed to use. We're just gonna lube both sides of it. Copious amounts is what else, but utilizing what was that? Lucas Oil Jones. So that'll be one down. And I know these look mad smooth, but you could see the casting. Hold on. Yeah, you can see the casting. They literally break it. It's broken smooth. You remember which way it went, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they can only go back on one way. Oh, you marked it. Word up. Yeah, they're broken off, so you'll never get a connection unless they go on the same way. So, like, we don't know too much, but we know enough. And you can see how smoothly that lined up. That was perfection. Should be done in an hour, right?
Oh, it better be.
All right.
2 hours later.
Been there since 9:30. Let's see what this project is, because it's been quite a while. And I've been up since about 4:50 on Saturday, on the day off. All right. Seems like he's putting something back together.
I am terrified to torque these down. I just tried to torque these, but I was like, oh my gosh.
What's the torque
degrees,
spec?
Well, it's 177 inch-pounds and 28 foot-pounds, which ain't bad, but it's the 105 degrees. When you start torquing that, it's terrifying. I actually stopped at 30 on that one. I couldn't take it.
Degrees? What are you talking about?
You have to finish with a degree of rotation. Angle. How many degrees? That's where you finish the torque.
Well, why would you not do what's suggested?
Because these aren't new.
But what I'm saying is, if you don't do what's suggested, it's gonna
I'm gonna go back and do it. I'm just terrified to. And I didn't really mean to stop, but it's hard. I definitely need you to hold the angle gauge. It's almost impossible to hold that steady in a move.
Hold what steady?
The angle gauge. You have to hold it very steady so you can get the correct angle, or you can if you overdo it, they might explode anyway. Hopefully not. I suspect it's been done before.
So once you get them tight, then you got to go 30 degrees to stop?
No, 105 degrees, which is insanity. 90 is insanity, but 105 is just scary.
All right, so now he's got that done, right? Torque down to 2 different specs. Now he's got to rotate it 105 degrees for the final torque down.
I'm gonna need a hand.
Yeah. So hook that attachment onto there. Over there. And what do we need a hand about? To check the gauge? It's like he got oil in his mug.
Almost.
So what do we...
So now I have to, I gotta set this to 0. Back up here, let's see. How far?
That has to go to 105 blood?
That's the problem.
Okay.
Where are we at? Where we at, 30?
Nigga, that's 40. God
No fucking
damn.
way. There's no way. That's not gonna hold.
If that's what it says it needs to do.
Oh, don't let it slip. If it goes,
I'm not letting it
fuck.
slip.
Don't let it move.
It's not moving. Go for it.
How far is that?
60. 70.
This is too much.
My God. That's 80.
It's 80.
My nigga. Hold on. Okay. Stop with this. That is tense. That's intense.
That's it.
Do the top one. Do the top one. That's intense.
That's
But
terrifying.
we'll do that with new ARP joints. God damn. I didn't even want to stand by and watch that.
Okay, you ready? Yeah, hold it. You got it?
Yeah.
We'll go a little at a time. What is that?
Yep. That's 40.
I can't get the... God dog it. Hold it. This might have to move.
We're at 60 right now. 70, 80. That's 80.
You calling 80?
Fuck yeah, we're calling 80.
You sure?
Yeah, dude, 80. All right. Did you do the first set?
Kind of. I need to do this about 40 degrees more.
Jesus Christ.
I did about 30.
All right, that's nerve-wracking. We're going to try to finish this up because we got a jam. So, catch you back in a second. Oh, man, this has really been a long, trying day. But shout out to the little ones for hanging out. They've been being pretty good. Kiddos have been very good, well-mannered. I got oil all on my arm. She's been watching Peppa. Yeah, the phone's about to die. We're gonna charge it here in a second. And this guy ain't doing nothing but playing. God dang, sounds like Fortnite. What are you playing? Fortnite, man. So, yes, ma'am. With the Peppa Pig. Are you 2 yet? Are you 2 yet? How old is she gonna be?
I said she's not 2 yet.
You said she's not gonna be 2.
Yes.
I know this. What are you doing, Mom? Drive? Drive? No, you can't drive this, Mama. You can drive it home. Hey, stop it. Flicking switches, Mom? Alright, so this is what I'm doing. Going in and out between working on the car. God, this is annoying me. Look at all of that crap on my arm. Fuck. So between going in and out, working on the vehicle, coming back doing dad stuff. So this is what my day's all about. This is how you super dad. This is what you do. You feel me? Like I said earlier, I really, really, really gotta give props to those active single parents. You want me to charge it? She wants me to charge it. So active single parents that do this on a day-to-day, day-in, day-out basis, no relief. That's crazy. Mad shouts to y'all. But for me, shit, my wife gonna be at the crib. And I just gotta do this because she's at work and I'm off on the weekends. She ain't. I should be done here in a second. No?
Give this,
No.
love.
Mama
See
low.
what people say. Who wants to see me play Fortnite?
Nobody want to see you play Fortnite. Y'all want to see him play Fortnite? If you do, comment it. Say Jay, let's play. That's all you got to do. Just put Jay, let's play. then he'll know that means Fortnite, and then y'all can have a whole vlog of watching him live stream either his kills or get killed. What are you doing, mama?
Whatever
happens. All right, so let's just go in here and finish this up. Let's fast forward to finishing it up because I think I've showed as much as I possibly can with this. Basically, we dropped the cross member, took the steering rack off, took the oil pan out, replace it. Yo, there was one that was super scored, super bad, but we polished the crank. Fingers crossed, it should be good. But replaced the bearings on the crank. Now we're putting up crank caps. What are you doing, mama? What are you doing? Huh? 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 Peppa Pig isn't on right now. So we're just gonna get back to that, finishing up putting the rod end caps on. Then we're just gonna put all of this shit back together, which I hope doesn't take too long. It might be tougher than we think, but we got it off, we can get it back on. So let's fast forward to that. Whoa, holy shit, y'all. We're complete. Job is done. Mustang is purring. You don't hear anything. You hear injectors, though. That's insane. You can hear the injectors over the motor. That's a job well done. Wow, we didn't know shit that we were doing. We just went for it. So that's complete. I gotta get home. My babies are so tired and they hung in there. I wish it wasn't so late. I'd like, I don't know, do something for them. Shit. But we're about to jam. We're to the house. Say we are purring like a kid. Hella dirty though. Wild dirty though. All right, so to sum it all up, everything got completed. We drove it home, drove fine, very quiet. After we got our drive done from San Jose, it was like 84 miles or so, about 60 for the Mustang. Got home, wasn't making any noise still, which is a great sign. So job well complete. He and I have never done that before, but we might as well try it, right? Because it was something that was either gonna get worse or swap a whole motor in. A lot of shops wouldn't have done just that. They would have wanted to rebuild the whole motor. So a lot of places were like, nah, we're not gonna just put bearings in on the crank for you. That's something that we had to do ourselves. And then after the research, looking it up, seeing the people who've done it before, we were just like, man, what the hell, let's just go for it. So that got taken care of. It did cost us some money because we spent a lot of time in that shop, and you pay by the hour and by the accessories that you needed to use. So no big deal. Still costs less than a Coyote. So time to start ripping on it. Time to start doing some more mods to it. Time to get it done. And I found myself, after looking over the footage as I'm editing this up, I was seeing myself trying to get in there, right? Trying to get shit done because I wanted to work a lot faster and I wanted to get stuff done. But one key thing you got to remember when you're not working on your vehicle, it ain't your shit. So you don't control the vibe, right? I did a lot of the grunt work, but when we got to doing those rod bearings and putting assembly lube on the caps and everything like that, I let him do that because it's a comfortability with that too. Like if it was something that you had to do where you are with your homeboy and both y'all don't know shit, at least let you be the one to fuck it up. It's that kind of thought process, that kind of mindset. But we're back at home. Everybody's happy. Cole's knocking on the door. So just to sum it all up, great experience. Got to use a lot of tools that I've never used before. That angle gauge was really interesting. You got to have a super steady hand. The first couple times we were trying to tighten stuff down and get the angle right, it was more nerve-wracking than it should have been. Once I kind of figured out, oh, I got it, then I went ahead and was able to do it by myself, because you have to hold a super steady hand as you rotate that. That might not have been the best angle gauge, but now I want one of those because that's actually really tight. So torqued it down the first time with the first set. Then there's a second torque set, and then after you got both of those torque sets down, you took the angle gauge, and past the torque that you set it, you went 105 degrees. And then that left it perfect for factory spec. We just tried to go by the book as best as possible, but we threw a little niggery again on top of it, so we got it done. Where's the RX-7 at? Oh, you saw it, it's out there. I've got to do steering rack and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing some work on the RX-7 here pretty soon. One of my homeboys just hit me on Messenger FaceTime. There's 2 RX-8s, both manual transmissions. One's possible 5-speed. So I'm going to probably try to check that out. But since we spent all day yesterday working on cars, I'm not doing shit today. Chilling at home, family time, family day. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to jump on some video games probably a little bit later. Jalen's pushing for getting a Fortnite episode. He wants to just play Fortnite. If y'all want to see him just play Fortnite, or if you want to play with him on Fortnite and either get blasted or do some blasting. But remember, just leave that in the comments. Jay, let's play. If you want to play with Jay or you want to see Jay play, Jay, let's play. Put that in the comments. Get him some Fortnite action because he's been pushing for it. So that's going to be it. I'm done. We're chilling. Thanks for joining. Catch you on the next one. Bye.